Welcome back to Exploring Whiskeys. I'm Eric.
I'm Kevin, and today we are going to do another Islay Scotch. And we haven't done any Islay's. It's been a little while.
It's been a while.
It's been a while since we've done some Islay's. This is, well, we've sampled this. This is a really good Islay. So this is the Port Charlotte 10-year Scotch from the Bruichladdich, I believe, distillery. And if I recall correctly, so the island of Islay kind of has this little like inlet in the middle of the island on the west side, and Bruichladdich and the city of Port Charlotte are like right there on the bay, inlet, whatever it's called.
Inlet. Let's go inlet.
I'm not sure. This was, it's been around for a very long time. Originally, I want to say 18 something or other.
1880s was when it first.
And then at some point it went dormant, and then a bunch of investors got together.
It seems to happen over there.
Yeah, I agree.
Not to say it doesn't happen over here, but
Yeah, true.
It seems to happen more over there.
Well, it seems like for whiskey, our brands get bought by someone else. It used to be a brand, they stopped producing, and then it gets bought by Beam or somebody's reviving it. Exactly. This, they actually went back and brought back the distillery and even used some of like the original stills and things like that. And if I recall correctly, they are now the largest private employer on the island. I want to say they employ 80 people on an island of 3,000. It's pretty cool.
Love the shape of the bottle.
It's neat. It's a little ginish
Yes.
in theory. Yeah, it's a little ginish. It's very different.
It's an Islay.
Oh, it's an Islay, but it's not a super aggressive Islay. You almost need to prep for that. Again, we haven't had Islay for so long that it's just like, whoa, that's...
What was the last one? Did a little Freud?
No, it would have been the Ardbeg NO. Would have been probably the last like true Islay that we did. It's a little medicinal. That's kind of really what I'm getting off the nose is a little bit more of the medicinal note. It's not heavy, crazy smoke on the nose. And there's a touch of a fruity sweetness like in there, which is the reason why I remember just thinking this was totally cool. That's so nice. It's so, everything about this whiskey. All right, so let's see. Let's do some stats here. It's 100 proof. Big win.
It doesn't drink like it though.
No, it's not an aggressive proof. It's
It
not
got a little bit of warmth.
Yeah.
A little bit.
But it's not harsh on the palate.
No.
At all. There's some nice smoke notes. There's some nice, there's a medicinal briny note.
But that's to be expected.
That's what that's supposed to do. But there's a little bit of a sweet, almost floral note in there too. Very cool. This distillery, so when they went in and the investors went in and bought it 2001-ish, they decided they wanted to create really good quality Islay whiskey. And they came up with 3 separate lines. So there's a Bruichladdich line, there's the Port Charlotte line, and there's the Octomore line. All of them are produced from they're all from the same distillery. Octomore is
the white building.
Yeah, of course. It's whitewashed with probably green or black lettering.
Yep.
Octomore is the one that I want to say is the highest parts per million for the smoke phenols.
Yep.
What is it? Black Arts, and they do like some weird, like 10.1 or something. Has like 430. This is only 40. So I don't even know what 430 tastes like. I've never seen Octomore on a shelf, let alone I've seen some Port Charlottes. Want to say I've seen a Bruichladdich, but I just haven't pulled the trigger on that one. It is on the list.
It's not so much briny to come back to it.
Yeah, when you come back to it, I get a lot more sweetness. Like
Yep.
The smoke and the brine is there, but I get almost like a peachy note, grilled fruits.
Yeah.
Maybe
I give 'em pear.
when you do ribs and you candy them with like a spray of
Apple cider vinegar.
Yeah.
Or apple cider.
yeah,
not the
so
vinegar,
more of
the
like
apple cider.
an apple cider type
Spritz.
on a barbecue.
Yeah.
Note. Yes. That's so nice. That is a really good, easy to drink Islay whiskey. I know we have friends that would not like this no matter what.
No.
But there are a few that are
Teetering.
more on the fence that would very much like that. So what else do we got? So we got 10 years in ex-American whiskey and French wine. And they break it out on their website. Love that they share the detail. So we've got 65% is first fill American whiskey.
Okay.
Okay. 10% second fill.
Okay.
All right, so they use those barrels again. Sure, why not?
Traditional.
25% second fill French wine.
Okay.
So a little bit of a bourbon note, a little bit of a French wine note, all kind of blended together. And I almost could say the French wine's there. Like I almost think like there's a
That's your fruit note.
that's might be a little bit of your fruit note. Yeah.
So this one, was it 2 years ago? Made the Whiskey Advocate top.
That sounds right. Yep.
Top.
They were in the top 20. They do top 20s.
Yep.
I don't remember what number they were.
I can see why.
For an Islay.
An Islay, and I've become accustomed to enjoy Lefroy.
Yeah.
I enjoy this.
It's very nice.
Yep.
It's very nice. Lefroy has more aggressive smoke notes
That brine.
and very aggressive brine notes. Ardbeg had more aggressive smoke notes on the nose, but had a little bit more sweeter notes on the palate. This is less aggressive on both the nose and the palate, as far as I'm concerned, and 100 proof.
Which is what we've been asking for.
That's all we want. Is well, technically, we've been asking for 90, but I'll take 100.
Anything over 90.
Over 90, yeah. It's so weird. The more you go back to it, again, you still smell the smoke, you still smell the brine,
That's not going to go away.
but it keeps getting less noticeable as you get other notes.
Let's do the water.
You think?
Yep. At 100 proof.
All right.
People drink scotch and water. Some people drink scotch on the rocks. So
Very true, very true.
give it a little dab. A little more than that there, bud.
That's not going to do much, is it? There we go.
I don't think the nose is going to change much with the dab.
Probably not. I could expect more of the sweeter, oily notes to come through on the palate. The pear note is so noticeable.
Yeah, I can see that.
It's like I don't know. Every once in a while, and it's not all the time. That's the funny part. Like I'll go in for one smell and I get a heavy pear, and I go in for another smell, and it's like, oh, smoke. That's a great bottle. I really want to find more from that distillery, like the Brookladdick, any more of the Port Charlottes, the Octomores. I'd love to find the Octomore. I just really want to try, especially their, what I think it's Black Magic or Black Arts or something like that. Really want to try those. Haven't seen them. As a single malt, with 42% of the malt coming from Islay itself.
Okay.
That I just like think of how much salt water all this whiskey's been exposed through like its whole life. Like any grain sitting on that island is exposed to salt water. You know, the barrels, the malting process, everything is going to, and it's there, but it's not crazy there.
It's not overpowering.
It is a nice note that adds into the whiskey. It doesn't dominate the whiskey.
Yeah, I mean, I keep going back to Lefroy because that's what I think everyone associates, kind of that really briny, smoky, medicinal.
Probably, yeah.
Those seem to be very overpowering on the front end.
Yeah.
This one is not.
This is
And especially
probably
for 100 proof too.
the lightest Islay, like the nose, everything about it. Yeah, and 100 proof.
From a
That's
price
delicious.
standpoint,
$65, $75. It's
I think
not
this
cheap.
one, my wife picked it up for me. It was closer to 75.
okay.
Thanks for the recommendation.
Yeah.
She had a few in front, and I was stuck on a call and couldn't get a hold of me, so she
Yes.
texted you. And
So
you're
I got
like,
the look at these. What do you think? I think that one, and because
You chose wisely.
I wanted to try it as well. So one, it's 100 proof, 10 years.
It's a rarity. It's more the proof.
The proof is very different for scotches. You don't get that a lot, and honestly, I mean, scotches. Well, this is not brand new. This is at least a year, 2 years, year and a half, somewhere's in that range old. And we still had tariffs with Europe. I mean, there's a lot of things that go into what that price is. I don't know what it is now. 65 is probably right. 75 is a little heavy, but it's
worth it.
very good.
Very worth it.
Yeah, 75. I would buy another bottle of that for $75 because that is something that I would like to drink. It's so different than the American whiskeys and the bourbons that we generally drink.
And it's definitely an acquired taste over here. We have a number of friends that will not.
No, they won't touch
They
it.
don't even touch it. They're missing out.
I think so. I think so. There's a complexity there that is super enjoyable. Very much enjoy this.
Well, they're missing out, so it's more for us.
More for us.
More
That's
for
right.
us.
Maybe the price will come down just a touch if less people drink it.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Yeah, me either.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I think that price is probably set in stone.
Probably pretty close, yeah.
So great score by the wife. Thanks for recommending it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's been a good pour. We've had a few out of here.
Yeah.
It definitely a solid pour.
Yeah.
Especially for us that we've always been asking for that higher proof.
Higher proof scotches.
We got one.
We got it. Very good.
We'll keep our eye out for some more.
Yes.
Some more of these.
Yeah, between the Port Charlottes, the Brooklotic, and the Octomore, I really, that is definitely an Islay, group of Islay whiskeys. We need to pull if we see it, we got to pull the trigger on.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We thank you for joining first review of the Port Charlotte.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Hopefully we find some more
Yes.
or the other ones. If you liked it, again, swipe that like button at the bottom of the screen.
While you're down there, if you're new to the channel, subscribe, hit the bell icon so you get notified every time we put out a new episode. Let us know where to find a really good anything being distilled by Brooklotic
Middle Tennessee.
in Middle Tennessee.
Middle Tennessee.
Let us know because we need to find more. Please.
Absolutely. Thanks for joining.
Thanks for watching.
See you on the next
Cheers.
episode. Cheers.